Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, it's Fedra and we are here with Kevin Blackwood on Monday Motivation. We've got some topics that we're going to go over, and majority of it is going to be talking about integrating our spiritual practice and also how spirituality and that routine, that practice has shifted and has become more personalized in, I guess, not like the norm anymore. Like not establishing in one form or another. Like now we're, I guess, piecing it together. So Kevin, can you maybe just say a little bit about like yourself and what you do?
I thought we were talking about getting money.
Dead money?
Getting money.
Get money?
I thought we were getting like a spiritual. Oh, this is one of those. You should have told me.
No financing. We're not going to talk in finance.
Okay. I mean, I could.
Everybody's talking about the economy.
Okay. I could do that too. I mean, we do like
spirituality, how to make money.
we do the shaman stuff. So okay, I could definitely talk about that. I was in like money mode. And, okay. Yes. Hi, I'm Kevin. Kevin Blackwood. I do various spiritual applications, Reiki, shamanic work, astrology is a big one. I like to basically help organize and manage different spiritual groups, and I've been doing it for the last 3 years now, and it's pretty much my purpose. I freaking love it. It kills me sometimes, but it's something I'm willing to sacrifice for. And if you don't find something you're willing to like sacrifice for, you're just kind of like going with the motions. So I'm in a good place with it.
Kevin and I, we share a soul tribe that we met in Temple Terrace, and that's how we know each other.
Yeah, it was how did I it was through my friend Erica. She knew Genesis, I believe, and she invited me to come down and visit him and his lovely partner Becky, and that was like the first time. I've been to Tampa here and there, a bunch of times, but that was like the first time I was like in a spiritual group, and it was like, whoa, the energies I was reading, the things people were saying, I was like, oh, okay, because I grew up in like Florida, and this was like, I wasn't involved in this until I came back from New York. And now I'm like, okay, this is what I do. New group of people.
Well, when you say that, like when we talk about hybridness, what would you say is your spiritual practice? Like, are you taking snippets from certain dogma or certain groups? Like, maybe we should start there.
For me, it's very it's hard to explain, but it's not hard. I basically have a lot of different modalities that I've acquired over lifetimes, and I just naturally know what to choose at what time. I'm very much a hybrid. I have a lot of things going on, but my main thing is Reiki concentration and a lot of dragon energy that I work with and manipulate. I'm in the dragon frequency. I connect with dragons heavily, and also being a shaman, I'm technically an access point for a lot of interdimensional situations. So it's like, yeah,
it comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory, depending on what comes to me at the time, what I channel. Honestly, I'm still like recovering a lot of my older gifts. Like it's the time of awakening. So a lot of spiritual maintenance. I'm now finally like really honing into my daily life, which was part of my astrology in where my soul was headed. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey. Just this is like to me, this is very serious work. Yes. So once you start really taking it seriously and diving in, a lot of things that were in your life, especially in the past, will start to shift if you weren't already born into it. Like it's such a huge shift that you have to let go of a lot of stuff that you may not be ready to let go. And that was a lot with me. I wasn't ready to let go a lot of things, so it's been like a process.
I would say that too. I grew up not really in Christianity, but I was baptized Orthodox Christian. Really learning through my mother of faith, it wasn't really the Christian way. I was taught very much so that church was at home, and that being in prayer and just being a good person was really the fundamental parts of my upbringing. Now, my mother is a professor, so as I got into really diving into who I am and what am I and why am I here, this path, I was very blessed to have her, where, as I've said many times on my channel, that she taught me tarot when I was 15. And through that teaching, though, she made it very clear I had to learn about different cultural beliefs. And of course, where did we start? We started Egypt, and we started of Greece, and then we went into paganism and Islam and Rosicrucian, and when you start to see that a lot of the universal truths are all connected, it's very difficult to not look away from that. So if somebody asks me, what do you believe in or what do you practice, I just say oneism. It's the quickest way that I can tell people to understand that I'm abiding by the universal truths and that we are all one, and we are here to experience and to love and to teach love. And that's a difficult thing. It's possible, but it sometimes is difficult.
Sometimes, it's a little stressful.
So when I'm explaining things as a tarot reader or in coaching with me, I normally do use a lot of scripture from the Bible. There's beautiful gems in there. Personally, a lot of people get triggered because I still state God or I still state Jesus. But that's part of my belief and my terminology. And
I personally believe, I like to say I know, but I'm not. I don't mind just for the public. I don't mind going, no, this is my opinion or I believe it. I'm not like, but deep down it's like, this is what I know.
Yes.
Jesus, the frequency of that, God, many scriptures in the Bible are like stone cold. This is what this is, and we get caught up in like the technicalities. That's the issue. We get caught up in
Very
like
true.
To know everything. It's you're either all in or all out. I'm like, no. I don't do that. I don't play that because I'm seeing so much in so many different cultures, industries. I'm seeing a lot of manipulation and corruption, and I'm supposed to believe like this one thing has just survived it all, and it's like the core stuff, like the heart stuff, the love stuff, like stuff that's universally like, like most people would enjoy some water, most people would enjoy some food, most people would enjoy being loved, most people would like to believe that there's a higher power, a higher energy that they can channel and interact with. So there's a lot of core things, but then there's a lot of other things that are like very specific things, and if I don't do these specific things, bad things will happen to me. And it just got so specific, my mind was like, okay, well, if this is real, this is true, and I'm gonna burn, I need to know why this is the reason why I'm going to burn. Why is this here in the first place? I'm like one of those annoying guys. I just like to keep like just trying to ask questions, because after that it's like, okay, if I would have just sat there and I would have learned that part, And there wasn't also like, hey, and then also you have to like give us money, and you have to like do certain, like, there's always
And
just
the hierarchy of it.
the pepper, and then this is the person you have to kiss their feet, and you have to do. You're going to if you're
All
gonna
in the name of.
if you're gonna sell me that, you need to make a really like good point. Like, it's really got to be like where my intelligence is like, look, I can't even argue this. This is like, and that's how I feel about like God and love. That's how I feel about when I understand Jesus sacrificed. I understand what that meant, like sacrifice, and why he sacrificed. Because the why part gets lost, and it just becomes he sacrificed and he died for you. It's like, okay, why did he do that? Okay, are you doing what he like? Are you, or are we just like he just died for? Yeah, no, I just need more of the general purity of the situation and not the extra schematics, because we can just keep going, but like, yeah, that's what kind of pulled me more into me, what I felt deep down and what I was anchoring in. And I think everybody should go from there first internally, and not have too many people in their ear telling them something.
And I think doing, everyone says, in a totally different context, like do your research. I agree though. I feel in this day of age when we have literally everything in our pocket, we should utilize the time to understand, the practices of these various cultures if we wish to give them a try or even mimic them or make them a part of our daily life. I, was given, the fundamentals of Buddhism when I was 13. I didn't want to sit there and meditate, but my father forced me into it a little bit. And, obviously at the time it was uncomfortable and ridiculous for a 13-year-old. But I'm grateful that I still received that, because now I have a deeper understanding, and that is a part of my life now. I'm not going to sit there and do 5 hours of meditation, but I'll do 15 minutes. And that has helped me integrate and process a lot of emotions. It's had me really channel and hone in and ground. It is, able for me to see my emotional side and how to regulate that and take ownership of that. It's also helped me see so many illusions. So through, reading about Buddhism, the practice of it, going to different retreats or lectures or availability of meditation circles has given me that. So I think that what I think is beautiful about now is that it is accessible in so many different ways for people to attribute their practice and pick and choose what resonates with them. But I know we're going to go there soon in this conversation, which is, if you're going to pick and choose things, really establish a discipline and routine with it. Not just choose something because it's trending or it's comfortable or I'm going to go against mom and dad type of thing too.
Don't take the easy route, and things actually become easy. Because when you take the easy route of something so deep and so precious, and that's the problem when it becomes a trend. Sometimes trends transcend into something greater, and then sometimes trends kind of murk up what's actually real about what's trending. Because what people are going to start to figure out is this is a pretty big universe. You're gonna figure out some things about this world and this universe that you either will get pretty quickly, or depending on your programming, you'll be like, nah, there's no way, and let me stick to this, and everything else has to be demonic.
Oh, I mean, if you're not going to say it today, and I think you will in your own way also, but I will say that the mindset that I had in the past and how the universe laughed and moved me into a path to meet different people, to experience different things, my perspective has shifted so many times. And that's why, even if you think it's like a new age label, it's not. You are literally shedding this part of you that you are no longer that person. And I fully believe in recovery, so you can change today, right now, if you wish to.
Do it.
Like, just shift and just make that commitment. Tomorrow, start that routine, whatever it is.
Balls deep.
Yes.
Do it. Stop it. Like, you gotta, listen, you don't, there's so much content, there's so much information. A lot of it is bullshit. A lot of it isn't real, but there's still enough. There's enough countries, there's enough people, there's enough that you can't just honestly believe that your little one way out of thousands and thousands of years is just impenetrable unless you can literally go to the core concepts. Again, it's like, what are we talking about? We talking about love? Okay. Even when we talk about the more negative aspects, like, those things also have existed for just a long time. But then when you get into anything that requires your submission and you being controlled and you being guided by fear,
intimidation,
this shows up in the body.
yes.
This shows up in the body and gets stuck in the body. So the times where you thought, something doesn't feel right, but this is the way, I would revisit. I would revisit, and don't call me the devil for bringing it up, because this has been generational. You've seen we've seen suffering through the eyes of in the gaze of what's righteous, and no,
that's nothing new.
We've had our moments where nobody's exempt. There's the people
Yes.
have questioned who are truly devout, truly. I don't care what religion. There's always been like a what? So I'm less against like religion itself. I think it actually is a very grounding situation when it can be. I'm more with the people and how they use it.
And if you don't want to use anything, if we want to get to the bare bones, just go into nature with no one, just yourself. And nature will speak. Nature is always not love and kindness. Nature is sometimes not forgiving. However, that silence speaks volumes when you are with yourself. There is a true inner voice there, because there is nothing there to influence you. It is just you. And then honoring the cycles of this world is not something that should be punished or even taken for granted. For we all need these resources to survive and thrive. So again, if certain practices don't seem well, or you start to question yourself or question the people around you, then take that time to go into nature. Whether it's a hike, whether it's a camping trip, whether it's a walk, whether it's a day of meditation in nature, that stillness gives you all the answers.
It's more tried and true than things that have been built recently. There are things that have been built recently and things that we work with in this timeline that may say that, you know, this is healthy, or this is what you should be doing or practicing. And like Fedra just said, sometimes you just need to touch grass and just really just zone everything out. It doesn't harm you. I even me, I avoided it. knowing damn well it was the right. We like to be stubborn. Like I was.
Who, us?
Yeah, just like, no, I'm not ready
Me?
yet.
Stubborn?
I need another shot, man. I'm not ready for all that where I can hear the birds and I can hear the birds and then I can hear the birds and I'm like, ugh, like, because they're just like, especially like the owls. The owls, just like, nah, I'm a shaman. Oh God, but yeah. Everybody operates on their own level too. So I'm not gonna also say like you have to learn everything immediately or it's just gonna happen immediately too. There's another thing that I think needs to be like, as far as all this information that people are getting, the chat GPTs and all the things. There's still student teacher levels, and technically we're all still students. The teachers are still learning. The teachers are still learning. There's not like a endpoint. There's no, because that would suck.
Well, endpoint is death.
Well,
people don't want to say that.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Yeah. You literally death, like literally.
That's
your transition
fully.
But there's people that act like they reach the endpoint, and they're like just a little older, and it's like, no, that's not enough. Like you got stuff, and I'm not the one telling you what you need to learn. It's like you know what you need to learn. Because if it was just perfect, again, you would ascend out of your body. Like that's just how it works. If it was just like I'm done. So yeah, just have that mindset where as much as you're learning and consuming, there's a lot of like honoring time. Just honor the time, because there was a lot of stuff that I secretly knew when I was literally in high school. There was things I was looking at when it came to like different like philosophies, different gurus, and it scared the shit out of me. It was like, why is it so immediate? And then I was told later on too, I was the type that, because of my extensive lifetimes, I don't really need to like study different, like it's like I was there at a lot of these points, so I didn't have to like, some of these books were about like shit I did. So I was just like, okay, now I see what I am learning, which is like how to integrate and be kind of in the middle, because I'm usually like society type way or like
no mid ground.
Yeah, there's no. So in this life, I that's why it's been so like annoying for me to just be like, all right, fine, I'll pay my fucking taxes. Okay, God, like I'll mail the.
Do we have to?
I'll mail for now. You just keep
for now. Yeah.
Keep doing it. We didn't say nothing.
We didn't say.
Don't listen to this is entertainment purposes only.
Correct.
Entertainment. But yes, you for me, I had to like just realize, okay, and there's still exciting stuff, but not in the way where it had to be in the past, where it was like, this is life or death, quick. This is like so fast, life and death, and that's what I'm used to. So I got it. No, it was very odd in this time frame, just being like, okay, you're going to be subtly guiding, and then later on more openly guiding, but you have to figure out a way to do it and be like in a strip mall or something. Like, just be like do a vending thing, or you don't have to like literally be yelling at people in the temple or some, I don't have to do that anymore. So
well, when we think of people now that have a routine, right, and then we talk about integrating it, and you were just saying that, what do you mean by integrating?
So when you get like, when you come across a revelation in your life, when you get an influx of information and physical, spiritual, like energetic changes, instead of hopping to the next thing to learn or advance in, how do you operate with that in your day-to-day? How do you work with that energy? How do you work with some of the things you just learned? And it doesn't even have to be like a ceremony. It could be literally something you studied and you learned, you figured out something. And
Yeah.
are you not satisfied with that piece of development? How are you using that development? Are you running only on ego with that development? Or are you like really like sitting with it and because it's such a profound situation, and with the trends and with the practices there's regular spiritual maintenance and routine, and then there's more advanced level work that shouldn't be so easily accessed all the time, without like moments, pockets where you can just kind of be like, hey, what was that? Who am I with this? Because I think what we get caught up in is, once we're in this world too, shamanic world and all that, we start to overdo it with a lot of things. Like I could listen. Every time I did ayahuasca, the only time I would show up for the next ayahuasca, which would be every 2 months, the only time I would show up is if I knew after that next one, I'd have to like go somewhere and I wasn't going to do it for a while. Usually when I do that one, I'm good for like 5 months, like 6 months. I'm like, some people, it's like that's their year, and that's fine too. And then if you're actually serving the medicine too, that you have your own system that you have to work with. But then there's others who I knew they were chasing. I'm not even gonna say it was like just the high. They were chasing the revelation. They were chasing the insight, and it's like, no, that insight that you got before you chase the next one is special. And that's how I felt when I was doing it. I was like, this is special. Like, this was, ooh, you got right, in my heart. Oh, you got too close. So now I gotta like sit. I gotta be real moody with it. I gotta be like, that's what that was. That's what I was sad about all these years that I did. So like when someone's like, oh, let's do it again, like next weekend, I'm like, no, I got like. No.
Yeah, I mean, I move very much like a hermit in that I've only done a few ceremonies, and it was enough. And I say that with all love and respect. It was enough. Because in a lot of my friends do, kind of poke fun and calling me Hermione. And I do behave that way, especially when integration, because I'm writing things down. I'm writing my dreams. I'm writing signs that I've seen. I'm writing how I felt about it, writing about what I ate, and really sculpting this sculpture of all the nuggets that came from the observation of these ceremonies, or in a meditation or prayer, to really decipher what is going on in my universe and how is my universe affecting others, and what are my choices and how are my choices made, and what wounds are coming out through that, what projections are coming out with that, and trying to trace that line of where that core part is, and then rip it out lovingly and burning it away so that it doesn't replicate constantly, because I'm a very stubborn woman.
Taurus!
I'll repeat that. I'm a stubborn woman.
Taurus!
And I will see the pattern over and over and over again in context, in different people, places, and things, until it is so apparent that I then give myself the love and grace to remove it, because it doesn't serve my highest good. So that's where I'm thinking in integration. It may happen multiple times, and you're not a loser. It's not that you didn't see it.
No.
You actually saw it the first time. You actually felt it the first time and you knew it. But there is a part of you that isn't needing to heal, that you were in denial and you weren't giving yourself that grace and that nurturing. You were looking for it externally. We've all done it. And I just hope you make a better decision next time, because to me, all of these modalities, whatever you choose to have in your spiritual practice, is just raising things to the surface for you to see the mirror completely with yourself. In my life, the ultimate mirror is when you have a partner or you have a friend, because they see the things that you truly cannot see. And when you have that reflection, that's an even more beautiful challenge and a triumph when you really accomplish those things in yourself. Now, you can also get lost in that too, where a lot of people in the community, but in many healers like ourselves, we will chisel too far, where the routine of constantly cleaning up our shit or working through some shit becomes like an obsession.
An identity.
And that does not get spoken out a lot about. So I will say that there's times where we need to step back and have more fun. Not be so serious. Take off this guru mask that I have to be this stoic, perfect, all-knowing person. It doesn't exist. It never existed. It was an illusion the entire time in any, culture that we've seen. They've proven it wrong. There's a documentary somewhere about something.
There's a couple, but it's also like, it was cool, like when they made it look cool, and it's cool when like the storyline, the setup, like, or I had to go all the way over there to meet the guru, and those things have and still exist, where there are guru types, there's guru energy. It's when we get to worshiping
people,
the person to the point of insanity. It's like, that's where, because that's what happened. It kept happening over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other
topic. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a whole other plot with that whole thing. But anything that we're supposed to act as containers. We're supposed to spaces to do the work, do the alchemy. Some of us have been put in positions to hold more capacity for others, but I always looked at it too. It's like, I don't think you, especially as a soul, you're never gonna be capable. It's just more so, this is how we set it up. This is the structure. It's like talking about furniture. It's like, yeah, they're both made out of wood, but nah, you decided to be a table, you decided to be a chair. That's just what it is. Let's just figure out the pieces like that.
And
so
make peace with that.
Yeah.
Love that. Honor that. It's okay.
Why like, I don't like people putting me or putting another person, like, it's like, yeah, there's respect. There's like, like impressiveness, but I always use the plumber theory where we also, like, we have these positions for a reason. Like, I could probably do some decent work with like fixing a toilet, but then when I hire a plumber, it's like, this is what this guy or this chick was focused on for a long time, so that's why I hired you for that. I'm not gonna like, also like, I understand it. It's not as like complicated. It doesn't have to be. So when it's like, oh, this is my energy worker, this is my shaman, it's like, it's not. We're not saying this is like my god.
Yeah.
This is my Lord and Savior. It's like, no, this is the person that is doing this particular work and
guiding me through it. Yeah.
And we could just keep it at that. A lot of things would be a lot more like smooth. You just be smooth and just like, yeah, man, like, yeah, give me the money. Give me the money. Sometimes you don't have to give me the money, but for real, give me the money. And yeah, I like how a lot of people are like curious and now awakening, and we're gonna have our like ups and downs. We're gonna have our like bumps in the road, because if you could really see how a lot of things are set up, yeah, a lot of people are going to make mistakes, but better now and better them being curious versus before, when we had to really wait. Like when we were younger and we had to really wait, where it's just like, oh, you're a weirdo because you're looking at that or you're interested in that. And that's why I had to be like, that's what really annoyed me. I was like, oh, okay, so everything else that I can do.
You mean the black sheeps?
Yeah. Yeah, like you had to be the lady that looked at crystals, you know, decades ago, years ago. You were like, oh yeah, you're the lady that looks at crystals.
Why does she have this necklace with crystals
She
in
keeps
this
talking
little
to it.
pocket?
She, whoa, you know, this guy. Now it's like, oh yeah, I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, now it's like a trend and it's
TikTok,
fun,
and I'm just
and
like,
everyone's celebrating it. It still weirds me out.
I'm
It
like,
still does.
all right, better than before.
Yeah, I agree. The consciousness is slowly shifting. Hopefully.
So we got our I call it an extreme. When I talk to my people I'm mentoring and my friends, I'm like, it's extreme game of musical chairs right now. So
That's a great way
it's
to
an
put
extreme game of musical chairs, especially with the leaders. If you can just get to your chair on time, and by getting to your chair, doing the shadow work, doing the inner work, figuring out your astrology, like this
that
like,
changed my life.
Listen, in the beginning, Fedra, in the beginning, I can see why people would go, this doesn't, with the horoscopes, like the little daily ones. Like, I can understand where people go,
It's cute.
whatever. Because me, I was just like, nah, I think something, but I'm not worried about that right now. I'm in dude land. I'm like doodling it up. Like, let's pass the ball. Like, I'm like, yo, why you drop the pass? But something when I was first like really like taking it seriously, this is how I explain to people, especially like people who are like totally like, that's not real. Like, so we have the sun that affects us and the moon that affects us.
True.
And most people know and understand that. Most people just basic science shit. Why is it so hard to believe that the Venus and Mars don't affect us too?
Oh yeah, the rest of the planets, they do nothing. They just sit there.
They do nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
If you don't believe they're real, then that's different.
They're
but
not.
You know they're real.
They're not in rotation, and that rotation has a rippling effect.
You learned this in class, but so when I say like these multiple planets, this is astrology, and these multiple planets affect us. You're saying, well, it can only affect us when it comes to like the moon and the tides or the sun. I can feel the sun burning on. I'm like, that's very limited. That's like a very limited. Are you sure? Just two? We just got two? Okay, I don't know. That's why it was just more easy for me to believe. Like, oh yeah, Jupiter. Jupiter. There's a clear difference in the brain chemistry of a lot of these folks. Like, nah, that was my gateway into like, okay, I see like my Mercury's a little out of control. Okay, I get it. Okay, a little too much talk. Okay.
Well, for this week, if they're going to, let's say, start a different routine or a modality that they could look into, what would you suggest is the basic starting point for someone? I guess think of when you were in the beginning, because you already named one for me, which was crystals.
No, astrology. And in the beginning, you don't even have to go that deep. You just need someone competent enough to say certain things about you. Here's the thing. Surface level, a lot of stuff can just be interchangeable. You can get the time wrong, and then you could be like, so.
Yeah.
But then when you really like hone in on the time, even if you don't have the exact time, if you can get the day, then there's certain placements that don't change for that day. And then you can look at certain positions, certain degrees, certain things that start to get really nasty with the details. Like that's where I would start. I'd start with astrology, because it's also information that is not as, for us, like energy, Reiki, that's like, it's fine. But for other people, it may be a little bit too like otherworldly. Like my solar plexus is blocked. It's like, for a lot of people, that's like, what do you what do you mean blocked? And like, the information is not as digestible in the beginning for a lot of people when it comes to like energy itself. But when
True.
it comes to like specifics of like people who have their Mars in Aries, you're going to be geared towards taking more risks, because Aries is a very pioneering, sometimes impulsive energy, and it's a very hot-blooded energy. The home position is Mars, and you to tell me a lot of things you've done that a lot of people can consider a little reckless and stuff. And like, you could just start to compare, situations to particular planets. Like, that is enough data and information for someone who's like, okay, this I can learn this in a college course.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
I highly agree with you. If my mom was here, she'd say that astrology is the highest divination tool in all of existence, in her opinion. So, I mean, it's definitely where you can pinpoint a lot of habits, a lot of things about yourself in a very specific way that I think people still don't realize that that's in your chart. And it's there. And I don't want to say that it's gospel, but it is going to be based on your free will if you're going to clear that up. In my case, I started very much in the ground up of, as I said, reading and studying a lot of books and deciphering where things came from. And then I began doing tarot reading for myself, which is not really norm that I hear from other tarot readers. And also reading for my mother, and then reading and taking one card at a time and learning the correlation between the cards, which is really strengthening your strength in the sacral and in the intuition, as well as the third eye. And then crystals, of course, understanding these beautiful beings, speaking to them, having them speak to you, and keeping them close to you. Energizing them, and then again, knowing where they're from, what are their modalities too. There are different parts of the body that when you wear them that really benefit you, and that can open up more of your systems. It will make sense later in life, I promise. And when you have that honing in, you can then be attracted to more modalities like meditation, breath work, Reiki, cold plunges, and it can open up so many different avenues. But the way that I think it goes back to what Kevin said is, you'll know when it really resonates with you, when you feel this deep inner joy or inner peace in it, rather than feeling like it's a chore, something that you're forced to have to do, something that you have to obey to. That's not self-development and self-nourishment. That is a form of enslavement, in my opinion.
I 100% agree. And just to also, I want to touch on people feeling certain things aren't working, or people like trying certain things and other people are like seeing visions, or they're feeling things in their body, and you may not feel that. First, you want to just pick something that you really gravitate towards. And second, I wouldn't just give up on the process altogether because you don't feel things immediately. You don't feel things
True.
for a while, because
True.
you have to understand with the world we're in. This dimension is a very heavy dimension. It's the third, and we fluctuate between the third and the fourth, like most people do. And the third dimension, your connection to these higher dimensions, you have a lot of things surrounding you that are kind of messing with the connection. And then you have your own personal karmic things and your things from other lifetimes that are going to be, whether you just came in off the gate and you can just see things and whatever, or you had to wait a couple of years, or maybe this happens when you're in your 60s. This could be towards the end of your life. You don't. There's always a reason for why you're not receiving or feeling certain things as strongly as the next person. There's always a reason, and it's always tailor-made to you. A lot from what I seen, including with myself, just slowly as I, they all said the same thing when I would be asking like different psychics, like, how can I open my third eye? And they're like, it's open. You're just a stubborn kid. And then I was just like, because they're right.
They're right.
A lot of the mental, and a lot of I've gotten so accustomed most of my life to like be in my mental consciously, but I would make a lot of unconscious, intuitive decisions, but not correlate that in my conscious brain as, oh, I'm trusting my intuition. It's more like my intuition, it's so strong. My feminine is so strong that it's like, look, I don't care what you're mad about. I don't care how much you're in your brain about whatever. But we're about to turn up. We're about to da-da-da-da. And at the time, I was just like, that's just a me thing. Like, I'm not thinking like of the actual study and the chakras and all these concepts. I'm not thinking about that. When I was younger, I was just like, nah, there's something in me. No matter what, I'm gonna just throw away all fucking logic, and I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna go in way too hard. And now that I'm, fully embodying the thing, now and more, just finally just letting off the restraints. A lot of it is not letting your thoughts and the overthinking and the chatter and the fear dictate everything. There's a lot of decisions I just made just because I was just like, something in my heart is like, just do it. Just do it. It's like, well, how's it gonna look?
Just do it anyway.
That's another thing. We're worried about how it's gonna look. So that's another reason why, these things that are all around us, and we got our helper guides. They're just like, I know my guides have been just like, what are you talking about the whole time? You talk to us, but you don't talk to us. And I just like, what do you mean I don't talk to you about it? Talk to you? It's just, if I just like now just, the whole time.
That inner dialogue.
And just like, that's what that is. Sometimes it's hard when you're so conditioned to think a certain way. So just because you heard the truth or the perceived truth from enough people to be like, okay, this is probably the best route, that doesn't mean it's gonna happen that day. And this is years and years of programming. Sometimes it's other lifetimes that are buttoned in, like, this was shut off in this life too, bro.
Why does every scripture talk about surrender? Because there's that component of trusting,
faith,
and letting go.
This is, we can go back to
allowing for it to happen.
What is the real definition of faith? This is like, that's it. Faith is not below like, all right, well, I still gotta, pay rent, or I still gotta. No, faith is like, there's nothing higher. There's nothing higher, because you are so much greater than this current avatar situation. You have to respect and honor the current avatar and situation. That's why I will be more respectful of what's going on now, but I was on like my hunger was crazy. I was just like, are you sure? Are you sure I'm a samurai? Are you sure I'm a samurai? Are you sure? Because it makes a lot of sense. Because I know things. I know how to move things. Because it's also like that confirmation is like really like, oh, thank you. Like my whole life now, this clicks. But going back to like what you are in this life, what you do in this life. That's why, astrology, a second opinion, a mirror, certain relationships, these things are so crucial for you to embody and crystallize your growth. And we each lifetime we're learning something. We're growing into something. We're growing into something. We're both connecting to something, source. We're connecting to God, but we're also expanding and just utilizing, hey, how can I hold a bunch of these things at once? And that's the meaning of being in those higher dimensions. In those higher dimensions, it's like, what? Everything's just here. And sometimes we came down here to like experience, okay, what if it's not just here and as accessible all the time as you know, you got to go through a learning curve. You got to figure out some karmic stuff you did at this time,
just
at this
like any
time point.
video game.
Yeah, you know, like let's test this out. Like, what if, well, you know, like, okay, what if you at the gym? You're like, what if I put on an extra weight? It's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna go as quick. So that's why with a lot of these modalities, don't just, if it doesn't work immediately, or if you learn something and it's not working for you immediately, treat it like the gym. No, bro, or milady, no, not the first day. Don't expect to push it the first day.
And this is why, as Kevin said, that we have our teachers, we have our mentors, we have our confidants for these particular situations where you need guidance. You're not going to always need it all the time. You're not going to need to be dependent on it. Be sovereign. Trust your sovereignty, but also seek out help when you need it. Kevin, how can everybody find you after today? If they want to reach out, if they want to, you know, dive into astrology with you, if they need counsel, how can they reach you?
You can just find me. I'm still developing my own personal website, but right now you can find me on Instagram, Kevin Black Friend. Yes, that's actually it's Kevin Black Friend. And yeah, just for now, just go to that. That's like my main like obsession right now. That's my main hub. But there'll be other things that I will be releasing through that. And you see, I could tell like I'm at this point where, because before I would have just thrown like 6 jokes, but I'm just like, whatever. Just go to Kevin Black Friend.
We'll have time. I hope you'll come again and be on the channel with me.
She's a beast. Like
I'm more of a belle.
Well, she's the belle, but she's got some beastly, like, with her superpowers, like, and
Thank you.
I try to not like overhype myself, but if you could literally drag me into your field, like, there's something special going on, because I don't come around to everybody all the time. No, I'm very like, this gotta be something, you gotta be something. Because we got jobs to do, so we gotta move as efficient as possible. And yeah, it's been such an honor to be in the. It's such a beautiful location. It's such a beautiful domain, like in all aspects.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. And I definitely want you back on, and I hope you guys enjoyed this motivation. I hope it motivates you throughout this week to give, these modalities a try. I hope it at least gets you to research and look into it at least. And if you have any modalities that you're already doing, please put it in the comments. If, again, you're new and you haven't done it already, please like and subscribe. And we will see you next Monday.